There is some good news for Carlos Sainz ahead of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix this weekend, and that is the fact that he has got his penalty from the Dutch GP rescinded. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Racing. But as good as that news might be for Carlos Sainz, the bad news is it doesn't really change anything. He's still got the 10 seconds in the Dutch GP, and you cannot make up for that. You cannot take that away. It's not like you can give Carlos Sainz an extra 10 seconds. I can't even remember where he finished in the Dutch GP, but it's not like they're going to add that on either after like 2 weeks or 3 weeks after the race. So yeah, he did get 2 penalty points rescinded after the penalty got rescinded. So I mean that's better than nothing, but still, it doesn't really change anything. And I think that's a problem with penalties in F1. But, I mean, let's actually talk about the penalties. So I know Liam Lawson wasn't too happy that Carlos Sainz was focal. I think Liam Lawson believed that Carlos Sainz was almost bitching about him because of the incident. But it was a joke. I mean, Liam Lawson clearly was the one that initiated the contact. He was the one at fault for the collision. And Carlos Sainz got the penalty. And when Williams radioed through to Carlos Sainz and they told him it was a penalty, he couldn't believe it. You know, he had to get like clarification to make sure that he was hearing things correctly. And when they confirmed it was him that got the penalty, he thought they were joking. I mean, that's how bad of a penalty it was. He thought the team were kidding him on. He thought the team were, taking the piss, and they weren't. It was it was a legit penalty. So yeah, crazy. But now, after Williams submitted new camera angles of the incident from Liam Lawson's Red Bull, the stewards have agreed that it was a racing incident rather than the fault of Carlos Sainz, which I think's strange. I mean, to me, it's Liam Lawson's fault. Now, I'm not saying that they should give him a penalty because I think that would be harsh, especially, and I accept that racing incidents happen. People can make little mistakes. I do think in F1 these days, I think there's way too many penalties being dished out. Back in the good old days of F1, I don't really recall penalties getting handed out left, right and centre, but now, anytime there's a little bit of contact, it always seems to result in somebody getting a fine, or someone getting a penalty, or, the 5 second, 10 second drive through, and maybe that's their way of trying to get rid of racing, or at least hardcore racing, where there is the possibility of a collision. Maybe they're trying to do away with collisions altogether and they just want every battle to be super clean. And that's why they give out so many penalties. But Carlos Sainz, he didn't deserve the penalty. They have rescinded it. So that they can't take away the 10-second penalty, obviously, that they gave to Sainz during the race. But they have taken away the 2 penalty points that was issued to Sainz's super license. But you know what? I'm actually thinking, should there be something done about this? I know they can't add the 10 seconds on for the Dutch GP, and I know they can't add 10 seconds onto Sainz's race finish time in a future Grand Prix, because that would be completely unfair. You can't do that. But I wonder if there could be some sort of middle ground. For example, since that 10-second penalty should not have been issued to Sainz, could they perhaps make it that the next time Sainz gets a 10-second penalty, that penalty is null and void, and he doesn't have to serve it because he's already served one that was unfair? Could that be a possibility? So you're not exactly giving him anything extra. You're not giving him a bonus. You're not giving him an extra 10 seconds in a future race, but you are preventing him from getting penalised in a future race for 10 seconds, even if he commits a penalty that is worthy of a 10-second penalty. But because you gave him a penalty in the Dutch GP and he shouldn't have got one, maybe that's something they could do. Let me know what you guys think down below. Is that a fair... is that a fair conclusion to come to? Could that be a rule that's implemented, or do you think that's retarded? Do you think that makes no sense? Let me know what you guys think down below, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Carlos Sainz, though, unlucky. At least he's getting the 2 penalty points taken away, but at the end of the day, that doesn't really help him much. And you know what? I feel like Carlos Sainz is under pressure big time, because I expected him to go to Williams and to be the #1 driver. Now, maybe Williams view him as the #1 driver, maybe in the contract or whatever, or he's considered the superior driver. You look at the ratings for the F1 game, they certainly consider him the superior driver. Carlos Sainz had the same rating as Lewis Hamilton in the 2000, I'm pretty sure in the 2025 F1 game. But in terms of results and performances, Albon's been far superior. Albon has, I'm not going to say dominated, but he's been far superior. I think he has been superior to Carlos Sainz. He's been a few levels above Carlos Sainz. I think he's got more than double the amount of points that Carlos Sainz has got, and I wouldn't have predicted that. Honestly, I would have predicted Carlos to maybe be about double ahead of Albon. But it goes to show you, Albon's had a good season, maybe a great season even, and Carlos Sainz probably underperformed, maybe had a bit of bad luck in there too. But yeah, we'll see if Carlos can finish the season strong. I like Carlos, so hopefully he can pick up some good results and close the gap, because yeah, it's pretty big at the moment. It doesn't look too good on him, but we'll see. Let me know what you guys think down below. I think this penalty was rightfully rescinded, but right now, at this moment in time, doesn't really help Carlos. But here, at least he doesn't have to get those 2 penalty points on his license. That's it, guys. Till next time. Peace.